Hey guys, it's Steph. Welcome back to the Cantina. This is gonna be a real quick video because I gotta leave pretty soon for some stuff. It's Friday. Hubby takes half a day and we go off and do things. Gonna go to lunch in a little while. And he's got a ceremony at work. I'm not gonna go to it. I'm just gonna hang out in the truck. But it's at noon. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Midnight's Edge. A recent video on Kennedy. Let's go into this. First off, they basically said that Andre said that Queen Kathy basically dumped the Children of Blood and Bone to try to wrestle Star Wars back from the guys, Dave and John. And obviously it didn't work. She's not getting control back. In fact, it looks to me that everything's pointing to Jon Favreau basically being second in command over them all movies at Disney, which is not good for her at all. She basically screwed herself with her pet project, her passion project, which really, when you think about it, really wasn't that passionate. There's a feeling Andre talked about where Disney doesn't want these studios to stray from what they do. Marvel does Marvel, Disney Studios does Disney Studios, Pixar does Pixar, and Lucasfilm does Star Wars and Indiana Jones, which we'll get to in a minute. So what I think is going on here, and I've thought this for a long time, but when that obvious hit piece in the Hollywood Reporter, which is, according to Cameron, the mouth, the voice of Bob Chapek, what I think is going on is this. They decided, without her input, to put Children of Blood and Bone out there so they could get rid of it. And because she, as recently as October, was yelling and, she was on the Producers Guild of America channel, crowing about it like a rooster in the morning. Okay. Then, a week later, the Daily Mail comes out with Doomcock's rumors, and then a few days after that, Indy 5 goes from a release date this year to a release date next year. And I have a feeling not only has Star Wars been wrestled away from her control, creative control, with the rise of Jon Favreau. We don't know if he's an Indiana Jones fan, but I bet you he is. That Indiana Jones is no longer under her control either. All right, and this is the reason why I say that. No one has seen her in England. Now, granted, she could produce it because she did do off-site production with Soilo, but we all know how well that went, okay? And this apparently was the one movie she really wanted to do. So here's a question out there. Why isn't she in England, taking, in charge of the daily operations? And here's another clue and I didn't bring this up to Andre and Tom in private. There's a rumor out there. Hey, Zelfred. And I believe it. Now, I mean, it's been everywhere and it came out that Anthony Ingruber has been on the set of Indy 5. Morning, Carlos. And now I've heard a little bird saying that he had a feeling that Ingruber was coming to the United States. If Anthony Ingruber is in Indy 5, this is the guy she rejected out of hand to play Han Solo. that is a huge indicator that she is no longer in charge of Indy 5. Okay. I am literally convinced now that they've wrestled Indiana Jones away from her too. WDW Pro calls her an executive producer. That's a meaningless position. She gets money, gets her name up there because of the rules, and that's it. Steven Spielberg's name is going to be up there, and I think George Lucas is too. Okay? But Steven Spielberg didn't want to be part of this for some reason, and I think it's, you guys know the story, I think it's because of her screwing George over on The Rise of Skywalker. They had a better version in the cut that they showed the executives, and Kennedy literally shit herself. Where's Raylo? You know, because those fans are the only fans you cater to. People who don't buy the merchandise, who only go to see the movie once, you know, and you know, you don't do that. Okay, I'm waiting for my Princess Leia to come today. My 6-inch Leia in the ceremonial gown from Hasbro to come today, and I will show it off. But I think that she's done with Indiana Jones. All right. Frank is still posting Instagram stuff from Pacific Palisades in Malibu, where they live. Okay? So what is going on here? I think that whomever on the set of Indy 5, and I'm going to say it was Harrison Ford. And the reason why is because he's Harrison Ford. I think, and this is for the ageist out there, and we all know who they are. He hurt his shoulder. A few days later, he's seen walking around Mayfair with his arm in a sling. Then a week later, he's riding his Italian-made bicycle over those rough cobblestones. I have walked on those cobblestones. It's even tough to navigate if you're in heels. God knows what it'd be like on an Italian road bike. And I'm sure a doctor told him, if he'd hurt his shoulder bad enough, not to ride his bicycle and to keep his arm in a sling, but there he is. Okay, there he is. We saw the pictures. Okay, so I don't think that he was hurt that bad. I think he slow-rolled it because he saw this shit coming. And October shows up, Daily Mail puts all that stuff out there, Doomcock's rumors, and I think he was behind dumping that. I think he went to Chapek and said, I'm not going to, we can't do this. I tolerated her bullshit long enough. This is my movie. I wanted to make this. You see, you don't understand. Kathy Kennedy can sit there and pretend she's a male dog and pee on things. And that's fine. That's fine. Okay? But she already destroyed one iconic character that he played. And now Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are trying to fix what she broke there. She already made sure that the three of the biggest fictional characters in film history did not get their just due because she wanted her bullshit to take precedence because she thought that's what the fans wanted. That was what she wanted, not what we wanted. Okay. I think he went to Chapek. He showed him what they were doing. Chapek already knew, and they put it out there. Notice how those rumors came out after the Frank Oz thing came out. And I think it was The Independent. This is a 1-2 punch. One was after Iger and Kennedy because Frank Oz, part of that lineage too. Okay, but also Kennedy going after her in this because those rumors, the only person in the world that would come up thinking that was a great idea is that crazy bitch. Okay, so what I think is when Holiday, or the reporter came out, and I gotta put the dog away. Kojak, come here. Go to the house. Go to your house. Your daddy's coming home. Come on. Come here. House. Go. You haven't been in there. I know. Okay, sorry guys. But what I think is going on with that Hollywood Reporter article about the children of blood and bone is basically it was and Mike Sutton said he had heard that she'd come back to try to get Star Wars away from John and Dave again. And no, she wanted creative control, and it's like, no, you're not getting creative control. Because I think she saw what they were doing. Rehabbing Luke, rehabbing Han, rehabbing Leia, and she couldn't have it. It's like everything George Lucas created that was good is somehow despicable in her eye or something. So she went back or did something like that. But I honestly think that she might have been recalled to talk about it by Chapek. Look, the Susan Arnold ascension was probably planned a year ago. Okay, and she probably knew about it. She probably wanted to talk to her. Wasn't getting any, oh, good, Kathy, you go, girl, shit from her. All right? I mean, I can't imagine Susan Arnold going, you've lost us $10 billion. Of course we want you to have full control again. Does anybody else say that? Hey, Dave. So what I think was that happened with the rumors, and Chapek just said, because she's literally talking about the children of blood and bone. I've got to make this short too, by the way, guys. She's literally talking about the children of blood and bone when the decision to get rid of it was already out there on that PGA video. So what I think is that was already taken away from her. She didn't know it at the time. And what they're doing with that article, I agree totally with Cameron, is that the subtext is, you're a racist, you're a bigot, there's the door. And basically it just shows what a buffoon she really is to the rest of Hollywood. Okay, that's what that is about. Go and watch the Midnight's Edge video and see where Andre's going. And there will be, trust me, the black pills will be in the panel, but that's okay. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you got to think about that. There's going to be a book about this. There has to be. I would even buy hers just to see what her take is. But I do believe, because that story came out, that Chapek does have somebody in mind to take over Lucasfilm. Okay? It might even still be Favreau. In fact, Favreau might be waiting with this other job, waiting for her to leave so he can assume control. He's already got control of Star Wars. And if you notice, and this is for the naysayers, nothing else on her slate is being made. Lando, there's nothing there. The Acolyte, I looked at today, no director, just Leslie Headland, and that LGBTQ POC POC is still there. Well, if Andor had reshoots, they were fixing what she broke. Okay. Favreau fired her showrunner for Kenobi. She don't have anything. Lando's not being made. The Acolyte's just sitting there. Oh, it's going to come out in 2023. Then it should be filming now. Okay? And it's not. Okay? There's no movement on it. Now, maybe we'll hear something. But I think that Bob Chapek is either just going to let it just gonna keep pushing back the date on it till it goes away, or he's just gonna pull the plug. You know, I don't know what else they could be doing with it. Because I'm gonna let you guys go with this. If Dave Filoni really wanted to make that, they would fast track it, and they have not. Disney would not have pushed it back again till filming in May. You know, you film a show like that with the budget, even a smaller budget, with the special effects that they need, you're going to have at least 7 or 8 months of post-production to make it look good. I don't think Boba Fett had that. It did not, I don't think. Okay? I don't know, Dave, but anyway, I gotta go, because we've got some stuff to do, and then we're going to lunch. So you guys behave, be well, have a great afternoon. I will be in the chat, hanging out on Doomcock's channel for a little bit, and then I'm going live on Last Call with Troy Pacelli. We're gonna talk about the stuff there, and if you're around and you want to go there, check it out. I'll see you guys around the galaxy. Behave, be well, have a good Friday.